Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
The clock is ticking louder now. You can almost hear it echoing through the corridors of baseball's winter meetings, bouncing off front offices and rattling fan bases who have been holding their breath for weeks. This isn't just another free agent rumor cycle anymore. This feels like the final chapter, the end game. And if you're a Toronto Blue Jays fan, your pulse probably jumped the moment that Jon Heyman report landed. Because suddenly, the waiting wasn't abstract anymore. Suddenly, soon became today. Welcome back to the Blue Jays Report, because this Kyle Tucker saga has reached the point where every refresh feels like it might change the franchise. There's something poetic about the timing of it all. A report dropping early in the morning before most of the city has even finished their first coffee, suggesting that the biggest free agent decision on the board could be imminent. Heyman paints the picture of a three-horse race: Toronto, New York, and inevitably Los Angeles, with whispers from ex-teammates hinting that Tucker might actually prefer Toronto. That single line alone has sent hope sprinting through the fan base like a spark catching dry grass. It's speculation, sure, but speculation is oxygen at this stage, and Blue Jays fans have been running low. What makes this moment so fascinating is that Toronto is being framed once again as the underdog market, which is almost laughable when you stop and think about it. This is a team that was among the most searched in the world last season, a franchise with an entire country behind it, a city that breathes baseball when the stakes are high. And yet, if Kyle Tucker needs to believe Toronto is the smaller market to feel comfortable choosing it, then so be it. Believe whatever helps you sign the contract. At the end of the day, banners don't care about narratives. There's also something quietly human woven into all of this. Tucker's birthday looming just days away. The idea that he might want this deal wrapped up before the candles are lit. You can picture it, can't you? The relief of certainty, the weight lifted, the chance to celebrate without a negotiation hanging over your head. Baseball decisions are business, but they're still made by people, and timing like this often nudges things over the line. Of course, the Mets loom large with that reported $50 million per year offer. Bold, aggressive, and very New York. And then there were the Dodgers, lurking in the background like they always do, never fully revealing their hand, never truly out until the ink dries elsewhere. Los Angeles is the ultimate temptation. Winning culture, global spotlight, and the gravitational pull of superstars. If Tucker's priority list is topped by rings and Hollywood-level exposure, Toronto can't do much about that. Sometimes the pull of the West Coast is irresistible. But this is where Toronto's argument sharpens into something dangerous: length, security, commitment. Jeff Passan's comments about the Blue Jays being the only team genuinely willing to go to 10 years changed the entire complexion of this chase. 10 years isn't just a contract, it's a life decision. It's choosing where your career will grow old. It's choosing stability over constant recalculation. And for a player with a growing injury history, calf issues, hand problems, seasons interrupted just as momentum builds, that kind of security isn't just appealing, it's powerful. Imagine being Kyle Tucker and weighing those options late at night. Do you take the shorter, richer deal and bet on your body holding together long enough to cash in again later? Or do you take the long-term guarantee, lock in generational wealth, and remove the anxiety that one awkward swing or one misstep in the outfield could change everything? Toronto's pitch isn't just about baseball, it's about peace of mind. And let's not overlook the geography, because it matters more than people admit. Toronto's proximity to Florida, the same time zone, the familiarity, the ease of movement between home, training facilities, and the grind of the season. These are small things individually, but stacked together, they form a compelling lifestyle case. 10 years in one place, one clubhouse, one culture. That's not nothing. Financially, the picture is becoming clearer too. If the Mets are truly sitting at $50 million per year, then Toronto knows exactly what game they're playing. A 10-year deal at around $40 million annually brings you right back to that mythical $400 million figure that hovered over this free agency from the start. Add in the reality of Canadian taxes, and suddenly Toronto understands they need to be bold, not cautious. Money later is never quite as sweet as money now, and Toronto will need to bridge that gap convincingly. What's fascinating is how the leverage seems to have swung back. Early on, Toronto felt like the only team willing to meet Tucker's demands on length. Then the market shifted, values dipped, years shortened, and now, with the Mets and Dodgers pushing back in, the Blue Jays are working their way back toward their original vision. It's a classic negotiation arc, and if Passan is right, Toronto holds the ultimate trump card. They can end it whenever they choose. That's why optimism feels justified, even if it's cautious. If you're looking purely at security versus risk, stability versus uncertainty, Toronto makes an incredible amount of sense. That doesn't guarantee anything. Tucker may value legacy, championships, or lifestyle over dollars and years. Fans never truly know what's at the top of a player's list. But if logic has a vote, the Blue Jays are very much in this. And don't forget the baseball side of it all. This isn't a rebuilding project being sold as a dream. Toronto has spent this offseason reshaping itself into a serious contender, building a pitching staff that can support a star bat, rather than asking him to carry everything alone. Okamoto is already in the fold. The rotation looks formidable. This is a team saying, "Come finish the job with us." So here we are, hovering on the edge of an answer. By the time you next refresh your feed, the waiting might be over. Whether it breaks today or tomorrow, this decision will echo for a decade. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Blue Jays Report so you don't miss a second of it. Drop your thoughts in the comments because this Blue Jays fan base deserves to feel every twist together. And as always, go Jays.